What's up, guys? It's Mrjamvad, and today we are back on the Pokemon Showdown server, and today we're going to be featuring another serious team by Savoras. Again, the academy. What was I going to say? To see this team, just go to the academy teams, and then just go to the OU team archive. If you can't see it, that's probably because you don't have the OU role. And that's how you see the OU tier. So you just go down here, Academy channels, click OU, and they'll put you in the tier, and then you'll be able to see. Or this allows you to see whatever you want. I've said this plenty of times, but we gotta welcome the new subscribers. The Academy Discord is just basically a place where you can improve at Pokemon, and people are there set up to help you. They volunteer their time. It's all about helping your fellow man. So we're gonna move into a very like serious team. A Cellrock. I see he's at 1799. Let's remember our mod joined sync. Keep those crazies out. As yeah, let's get this party popping. Where we at? 1734. As we aim to round this out around 1800 today, and get our climb on. So we're chilling today. Today I took my time and wrote out the vision for the academy. The mind game is, and really life as a whole. So I feel very calm now that that's all well articulated and stored. And so as we look at my opponent's team, very poor ice resist, and my KYUREM outspeeds everything except the Dragapult Salazzle combination. That Salazzle is only ice resist, and so KYUREM position versus anything. Well, with Stealth Rocks up, I'm gonna need Stealth Rocks up to Muscle Pass Super Def Corviknight, but I noticed they're trying to run Fizz Def again, so perhaps Freeze Dry would be sufficient. Now Jirachi's Trick, we need to shut something down pronto, because we just don't need the Choice Scarf in this game. And that'll likely be Corviknight / Toxapex, whichever one I'll take. I don't know if Black Sludge affects Steel types. It probably does. And then if we can set that up right, we can, just depends on which one we catch, we can really Draco Vicious team down with Stealth Rocks up. Rotom Volt Switches all over his team, very difficult to beat. The only one that can beat him is, let's see, yes, it's only Dragapult. Dragapult holds a lot of weight in this game, and we have a whole Mandibus for that. And so it's gonna be a pretty rough one for my opponent matchup wise, but I still have to play well, as Ferrothorn guards against kind of everything. We want to be careful around the Ferrothorn. Be careful, we need some information. And so to get this party started, what we're gonna do is assume that he's gonna attempt to Sticky Web fodder our team to death, and I'm gonna go Vish, as he actually leads Pex. Not enough information. I'm gonna go hard Ferrothorn, as he knocks your leftovers. That's important, but it's not the end of the world. I'm gonna remove ideally Salazzle's item, so he can't Black Sludge around. Generally these run, because we still have to determine what we want to build up towards. I don't want Ferrothorn poison, because then Pex, it becomes a real problem. And so what I'm going to end up doing is, seeing as Vish is not going to be a setup sweeper, I'm going to show him that I'm Choice Scarf here, and then at the next turn it forces him to switch. Again, doesn't have any water resist, electric immunity, and so this Pex is going to have a hard time, very hard time, as we're going to just Fishious run hard, Text on the odd chance that we wanted to pivot, which is a solid play. And so now what we're going to do is get up our Stealth Rocks pronto. I don't want him doubling back, and so I'm going to go to Ferrothorn here. Even if he stays in, I can deal with it, but what I didn't want is for him, I didn't want the Pex. If I Fishious rendered there as he went Pex, it would have been very obvious that I'd have to switch again, and so that would give him free reign to either Scald or get another Toxic off. I want to have Stealth Rocks up as the Salazzle comes in, as he wisely opts for the burn. And now KYUREM can be just incredibly positioned, as we're gonna go to it now, even if he burned. So we actually get our specs knocked off. I didn't think he'd knock there because we could have seeded. I thought he would just call Fishburne, but Nox there, which is good and bad. I mean, we're gonna find out what kind of what kind of. Oh, he actually didn't. I don't get this called situation here. You're like Ultra Dracovish weak, so we're gonna find out what the Corviknight is, as that looks just like a generic Spadef Corv. But again, allowing Pex to get hit while rocks up, Dracovish has to deal with. I actually don't know Scarf Dracovish's calcs. Otherwise, I just go hard Vish here and just take him out. But the other thing is, because Freeze Dry, that's a 20 base power difference, so I don't think I'd 2-hit KO him. But I don't need to. I just need to get the right pivot here. And so, because Ferrothorn comes in on his majority of his team, I don't think only Dragapult might have a dart move. Might have a, you know what I'm saying. So we're gonna find out what the Dragapult is here. Opts to U-turn, I still don't know. Pex might rear his ugly head here, and then we get up Stealth Rocks once again. Corviknight didn't heal, so now it can't switch back in. And if he opts to go for the Salazzle play here, solid play. But I don't want, because if I'm certain he'd go Salazzle, then I'd switch. Okay, so he opts for Corviknight. He's gonna go that route, and so we're gonna remove this item as we build up to the end game. Stealth Rock here, always the best play, even if he goes Salazzle, because again, KYUREM is becoming a real impediment now. And so with the seeds up, guaranteed the Salazzle in. So Corviknight's going to come back in at what, 76, 75. And so here comes Salazzle. Again, actually what I want to do, and no, because then I'd have to risk being poisoned. I'm gonna play the long game. The Salazzle again may just go for the well, him subbing would mean then you can't, like, that's your final substitute, like that's it. And so Jirachi is scarfed, and the excuse me, the Jirachi and the Dracovish is scarfed. And I want to say Ironhead breaks the sub. That's my only concern. Ironhead not breaking the sub. Because what he's going to do is, I'm going to go hard Rachi. Right. As I assume he'd sub there. And then what he's going to do here is protect. I mean, not protect. He's going to toxic here. If Ironhead doesn't break the sub, it doesn't, which matters. That's whack. So he gets the fire blast and he gets the burn. It matters. How much is burn? Burn 6%, right? It does matter. Because he can't sub again. He should double protect. If he gets the double protect and the burn there, that would really blow. Again, don't need Jirachi. But, and so now Dracovish, I don't think he'd save the. Let's see how much Fishiest Ren does to Pex. I would always Fishiest Ren here. We've confirmed Scarf. Again, don't know the roles on Pex, so we're going to learn today. That does nothing. That does absolutely nothing. And so, let me slow down and assess what we're trying to do here. Because, like, at this point, we just wrote him. But we're going to put that Corviknight in a very awkward position. See Nox. And so we're gonna Ice Beam hard. He should just sack. Clearly he might have Toxic, but I don't know why he'd stand to get Freeze Dry. The Corviknight switch there was very gambly. It did 51 there. I don't think that mattered. I'm pretty sure I was 2-hit KOing there. So Corviknight being gone means Salazzle is dead. And what did we do? 26. Doubling back to Pex doesn't really serve you. Yeah, so Salazzle is officially dead, which is one thing faster than my Rotom. And so now with each Dragapult switching, depending on where he is, I've already established that Mandibuzz is my initial switch. Foul Play knocks out Core from there. Showed U-turn. Likely specs. I don't think, unless Thunder. Yeah, Draco. Oh wow, that was like a. Why am I taking so much from that? I should be taking that a lot better. There's a little Ferrothorn there. One, because it covered the U-turn recoil damage, but I should not be taking that much damage. And so, whatever. I'll double out to Rotom here. Even if he stays in, Rotom comes in. But I want Corviknight to die. And there's nothing he can pivot to that matches up well versus Rotom. That's actually a very big. That's a very big Weezing Galar. What is? Not sure what this does. He could pivot hard to Dragapult here. I doubt it though. I think it's too big of an issue. Yeah, and so we're gonna take this out if possible. It gives me Corv. Oh. So Mandibuzz definitely takes a Shadow Ball. We're gonna have to hard Pharaoh. Yeah, with each Dragapult switching. Now my Rotom is max HP. I'm pretty sure we never died to we never died to let's see. Oh, Pex is Pex at full? I always forget if that's the regen health I'm looking at or the health that he switched out with. What did Pex take? Pex took the hit and then he switched. I'm pretty sure that's just the normal. That's before regen. And so Vikavolt can't touch Rotom. Dragapult's the only Rotom answer. So I'm going to give up Dracovish here. The Draco Meteor is the correct play. It covered everything. As we go to Ferrothorn, I'm just debating what I want to do here. Because obviously if he stays in and I knock, he just loses to Rotom. And so I'm curious as to what Weezing does. Gonna Leech Seed here. I'm not too concerned about Vikavolt primarily because of my Rotom. And so he could double switch here. That would be a quality play. Could have Volt Switch too. Oh, he has Volt Switch. And so he has to take another round of rocks from the Dragapult. So a couple more. The moment he locks into something that's not if he locks into like Shadow Ball or something, let me make sure. Yeah, so Rotom wins. Rotom and KYUREM wins. And so Dragapult has what, 47? Has what, 4 switch-ins left. So Shadow Ball locking. So he Dracos, which was his play. Like he had to Draco there. Me pivoting to no. Yeah, I figured. That was come on, man. Hey, your boy is like it's always like that one turn where it's like, okay, let's do this fucking thing, and then like that Leech Seed miss is huge. That Leech Seed miss is huge. Huge. There's no point in me catching Vikavolt or Weezing, right? And so he could pivot hard to Dragapult. I doubt it. I don't think Weezing can do much to me. I can deal with Dragapult coming in though. Strange Team. No hacks, please. So I'll Pain Split into. That's on the off chance he went Pex, since Strange Team is all he has apparently, and we'll overheat hard here. Is Volswim? No. Nah. I actually did not mean to click. I fucking misclicked there. It doesn't matter, but you know, obviously we wanted Rotom in at plus. Well, it would have been plus. We'd be at more health here. But he taunts anyway, and so we'll just knock him out with the heat. That blows. Because now he can Draco Meteor, so that didn't matter. The Leech Seed miss was a big deal. A really big deal. as I just did not expect Mandibuzz to take that much. I'm very surprised he went Pex, because if he goes Pex, if he stays in, then that means my Mandibuzz comes in. So I'm not sure why he pivoted Pex here. So I guess he's gonna just Skullfish, but he doesn't get. That was a huge misplay on his end. He should have never went Pex there. Speaking of which, whenever I say something, like say if the opponent makes a misplay and I'm like, he should not have done that, or such and such and such, you have to understand that the point of these lives, like the reason I upload, is to help players, right? It's to help players understand. So it's lefties, interesting. He should sack Weezing here. He does go Pex, okay. And so every time he goes Pex, for me, that's a Mandibuzz switch. So it's not the biggest deal in the world. But yeah, the point of these lives, as long as Mandibuzz is back in the building, we good. Actually, let's see. So if we go KYUREM, a Pokemon goes down. Yeah, let's remove Amon. Let's remove the Amon and force Dragapult back in. But yeah, because otherwise, if we went Buzz, could have been burnt, and then he'd go back to Vikavolt. I'd have to go to Rotom, and I'm in reaction, and so it's much better to just remove a Pokemon here every time KYUREM comes in. So every time he pivots back to that Pex, it's a done deal. And because again, Mandibuzz, he allowed Mandibuzz to heal, has to come to Dragapult again. Ferrothorn's obviously sackable, and he's likely Hex. It could U-turn here as well, but then that would give you Rocky Helmet on Ferrothorn, so it wouldn't be the wisest as he Dracos. And then we can go to Mandibuzz. And so what Mandibuzz does here, since Weezing and Pex are essentially useless, what Mandibuzz does here is, I guess he could try to play around with the, we'll just patience it out. What's Weezing at? 35%. You should just Skull spam. Yeah, we still want to be careful of certain things, and so we're gonna allow. I'll tell you what I was talking about in a sec. And so Scald, right? How much are we at? 12%. Freeze Dry did 63, so he's gonna try to recover this Freeze Dry off. So we'll pivot to our Rotom, and then this guarantees a kill. Yeah, plot here. Even if he Scalds, it's not even a 2-hit KO. Let's see. Pain Split, 35%. He knocks me out with another Scald anyway, so it doesn't matter. I was just debating whether or not so Pain Split. I don't think see, Ops actually staying, which is a misplay. He's gonna recover Scalds though. So I'm not even within Scald range, which is a big deal. So now he obviously dies, and so we'll Volt Switch out. What Scald did 36. I have a 102. Weezing will come in at 35. I doubt that. I might lose health going in on Weezing there, and so we still want to be careful around the Pex. But fortunately, we have Pain Split going for us, and so obviously Buzz. Actually, no, Buzz was a misplay. I should have went KYUREM. Buzz was a misplay. I should have went KYUREM. Now the Pex can't do anything, and so we can sit here and just stall. Like the Pex literally can't touch my Mandibuzz. I'm thinking, what is last move? Probably Haze. The KYUREM, I should have went KYUREM there, because what that did was force Dragapult in. No, it would have been the same situation. Dragapult would just have another round of Stealth Rocks on it, and so it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. I could also do a situation where I just sit here and stall, until he runs out of scalds, and then I go to KYUREM. Stuff, he has 15, just 14 scalds left, and so just thinking, T-Spice doesn't matter, but Rocks matters. But yeah, it would have been a better play to go to KYUREM. And so now I died to Scald. Anything? No, I don't think it'll matter. We're gonna foul play and we're gonna stall for a little bit. And so, because I know he has to Scald infinitely, the heavy duty boots don't matter. He can't harm me. And if I get my KYUREM in on a turn that yeah, right. And so it's gonna come to a point where he's gonna just go for, whatever the fuck. And so we'll just foul play here, stall a bit of the Scalds. Because basically what I think is gonna eventually happen is I'm gonna get KYUREM in on a turn that he goes for like recover or something, right? Because eventually he's gonna stop attacking me because he's getting PP stalled, and he's gonna show whatever his last move is. Because it's not Baneful Bunker. I mean, it's not Toxic, so I'm assuming it's Haze. And so he has 9 Scalds left, and then eventually he's gonna start being conservative with his Scalds because he wants to have something that can hit Rotom, right? And so he's starting to do that, and then it's gonna get to a point where I'm gonna get KYUREM in on that one turn. It's gonna still be close, even if I get KYUREM in. Knockoff has 24. We'll foul play. Stone. Knockoff has 24. We'll foul play again. We got to be careful of our foul plays as well. I just don't think it's gonna come down to a prediction. There's the Haze. That's the other move. And see, he's starting to use up a move that doesn't use PP. But now he's gonna start to be like, oh, I need to attack in case the KYUREM comes in or the Rotom comes in, because he doesn't want, what he doesn't want is for Rotom to come in and just pain split. And I don't want to pain split as Dragapult comes in, but he can't risk me going to Dragapult. He can't risk me going to, like, say if I go Rotom on a turn, he hazes, he's in trouble, because then I get to pain split potentially, or volt switch potentially. If I volt switch and then he goes to Dragapult, then he's screwed. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. So Skulls has 8 Skulls left. Skulls left. We'll foul play again. So I love knockoff Mandibuzz. Love knockoff Mandibuzz. Not that it would make the biggest deal here, but we're gonna start being mindful of our knocks. I don't want to roost too much. It takes what? It takes. We have 9 roosts. So roosts don't really matter. The big turn is gonna be Rotom versus Dragapult, and as I'm like playing, I'm trying to think, what is there a way where there is like a guaranteed win? If I plot on the turn, he goes for recover, predicting me to volt switch, he's screwed. So now he's gonna Scald here, obviously. If I set KYUREM, go to Rotom. If I pain split and he Scalds, he loses. Maybe. No, it doesn't guarantee lose, because I don't know how much volt switch is doing to Pex. Come on, man. Come on. Don't do me like that. Not right. Okay, so we made it back just in time. Just in time. Remember that, how did it go? There's like a song. I'm really roosting more so because I'm trying not to use too much. At a certain point, I won't use any foul play PP. Ideally, I want to condition him into hazing repeatedly, and so beyond a certain point he's gonna start scalding. He should scald here or knock. No, he's just hazing. So let me see if I go KYUREM here and he scalds, because I don't want this to be a super long game. So if I'm gonna just make the correct read, I'm gonna just make the correct read. If I pain split and he stays in and recovers, Rotom is far too weak. I don't think it even +2 it kills, which is an issue. Which is why, again, you don't want me pain splitting. So I think if I sat KYUREM pain split on his Toxapex as he scalds, I might still lose anyway. So I think I might have to just end up I should have went Rotom there. That was a turn to go Rotom. I should have went Rotom there. But yeah, so no foul play. Foul play. I'm gonna go Rotom to turn after this. If he scalds, so be it. I don't want to have a whole all-day game. Pretty sure he's conditioned to stay in here. If he scalds, kudos. Kudos. He got me there. So that's game. But yeah, so we played well in the beginning. I'm trying to think where. Definitely the lead seed miss mattered, but I think we still could have pulled it back. Lead seed miss and the burn. The burn on Jirachi less so. Thing is, I was gonna save Jirachi because it can healing wish, and so if we save Jirachi, I was gonna pivot the turn he protected to try to survive. Or actually, maybe he wouldn't have even been able to survive the hit, because I was gonna go to Dracovish, but then again, it didn't break the sub. I don't remember, but yeah, he got the play correct there. That was a solid game, though. Solid game. But basically, why I wanted to go Rotom. Hold up. Let's see. Yeah. Basically, why I wanted to go Rotom was because Rotom is so weak. If I sat KYUREM and let's say I get the pain split turn right and he scalds again, he'd still be at a range where I think even if I pain split it again, he would still kill me with scald. And he would still be outside of the range of Mandabuzz's foul play. So I had to get Rotom on a turn that I knew he wouldn't scald. Then I had to get Rotom on a turn. Then I had to get Rotom in on a turn that he wouldn't scald, and I had to get Rotom in. I had to make the correct plays with Rotom. And so, yeah. But I think I had the tools to win that one. I let Pex do too much work. Slazzle's a bitch. But I don't regret thinking the burn. I made the Ferrothorn. Perhaps preserving KYUREM more. I underestimated how important KYUREM was. Thinking. Because KYUREM didn't have to get poisoned, I don't think. Kind of whatever. But yeah, so in this one, let's see. Guards very poorly against KYUREM. One hit on his Jirachi. We're looking at KYUREM being in versus Comp, Mandy, Swine, Non-Scarf. And so, you know, assuming the Zero Aura is, we'll see. Assuming the Zero Aura is just a basic Zero Aura. Not Zero Aura, Togekiss, not Choice Scarf, then KYUREM just a menace. Just need some information. The Seismitoad is incredibly important for him, and so I actually don't want my Jirachi Scarf in this game. Stealth Rocks plus U-turn is gonna go a long way. What's my Stealth Rock? Ferrothorn gets up rocks versus the majority of his team, barring Kiss and Conk. And so for that reason, we'll see what his Jirachi is. But we're gonna try to double down on Rotom, KYUREM. Maybe Vish as well. So he goes with Togekiss here. He has one Iron Head switching. He has two. Toad and Toad and Jirachi. How you turn out? If he opts to, I don't think if he's a, yeah, okay. I don't think if he was basically what I was saying there. So he's gonna stay in the ancient part. So he read that I'd U-turn. Okay, that gives me all the information I needed, bros. So pain split here. He's slower Togekiss than I, as he's fishing for the ancient power boost. Gets it. But what we'll do is just go to Jirachi. Unless he ancient powers again. I know I don't die to any fire move. I think this is so funny. And so we're gonna use our own Serene Grace on him. But that gives me all the information. What's this dude's point? 1731, really? And so Jirachi, our whole game plan, he ancient power just doubling down. But that lets me know like this either is like a strategy type of player, like where he's like, once I have a particular strategy, that's how I'm gonna opt to play the game out, or he's a so Stealth Rock there being up matters a lot. So I could knock here, anticipating Conk. Does Conk not having his flame orb matter that much? Because I just realized I don't have a fighting resist, so I'm like super. Oh man, this dude made the wildest read in the beginning. I'm mad that it worked out. How can I circumvent this? Because now I'm at a disadvantage if I just allow Conk to come in freely, and so that's not gonna be an option. And so what I'll do is Dracovish, and my opponent, assumingly, is gonna opt for Seismitoad. Now he could try to go to Kiss or something else. Obviously, Banded Vish is gonna Murk, and that's what you don't want. And so I'm gonna have to aggressively target him down. And so here, like Seismitoad obviously took that hit. That's gonna matter because I'm gonna try to overwhelm him with Rotom. I do have my paint split in the back, but Kong is just again too big of a problem. My Jirachi dies, and so man, how am I gonna deal with the Conk? Be smart of him to just toxic psychic fangs. I'm gonna have to really mess him up with KYUREM. That's gonna have to be my out. I don't think he'd double. Yeah, so he knocks, which I would actually want. I actually wanted my Dracovish, so I'd trade that turn back. I'm gonna have to really double down on my KYUREM, and I'll have to just give up on Jirachi. I know Konk's coming in. That's not a man, I wish I stayed in to let him knock my Dracovish off, because then I wouldn't have to predict versus the Conk. But yeah, so we're gonna give up Jirachi here as he goes for whatever he wants to go for. Max KYUREM needs, like, you need literal max damage to KO KYUREM, and so I could opt for him just throwing the KYUREM away and then trying to double down on Ferrothorn and Rotom. I don't know if that's going to be enough for Zero, or it definitely be enough for everything else. I think Rotom getting his health back, and then Ferrothorn is going to be really hard to kill. You could just go hard Jirachi here as a mid ground, but I think he's just going to stay into Mach. Again, he needs, I think 76 is even outside of damage range, and so smart play is just to go to Jirachi. Conk is too big of an issue. Yeah. And so had I Earth Powered there, Jirachi I don't think would have died, but it would be severely lower than it is now. Significantly lower than it is now. And so I'll Ice Beam hard. I can't risk him. Oh my goodness. That was a horrible play. Thank you. Horrible play. Thank you. So the biggest threat to my team, I managed to let him give it up. I guess he was trying to guard against Ferrothorn. Actually, Ferrothorn is too important of a Pokemon for me to get Choice Scarf tricked here. And so, you know, if I look at this, he doesn't guard well against, let's see, Yeah, Jirachi giving me Scarf doesn't really help me. I'm actually gonna Dracovish here. Yeah, gonna Dracovish here, and then unless I don't think he has U-turn. Otherwise, why wouldn't you just U-turn the KYUREM? Why would you double switch? Unless he just didn't want Ferrothorn Rocky Helmet damage. And so, if at this point KYUREM is just amazing if he chooses to stay in. Otherwise, you'd go to Seismitoad. So my best play here. Oh, he goes Buzz. I guess he was just figuring the mid ground of Crunch, predicting Seismitoad. Buzz made sense. Doesn't matter to me, but it made sense. And so Ferrothorn gets to be annoying here, unless this is a Taunt Buzz, which I haven't seen. I think Panda Buzz even gets Heat Wave. And so now, obviously it has the potential U-turn, so we can't just mindless to go into whatever you want. If the Togekiss is heavy duty boots, okay, so he says, fuck it, I don't want rocks up. So I'm assuming that the Togekiss is boots then. It's not boots then. And so I want to be very careful around that Pokemon. But I know what I'll do as he actually... I'm surprised I didn't double... I'm glad I didn't double switch there, because I was going to double switch to account for the Togekiss. I didn't think he'd U-turn, because you want to be wary of the Stealth Rock. I mean, the Iron... You don't want Iron Barb damage on you. And so now Stealth Rock's up. Yeah, the Kisses. So I'm going to go hard Dracovish here. Cover his Ancient Power and Flamethrower. If he goes for anything else, I'm open to giving up Dracovish. Yeah, please don't fucking hex me. Thank you. And so now we can just say Kick Fang. Yeah. I don't care if Mandibuzz comes in. I just don't want that's dope, as we can just go, oh no. Oh, the correct play is Ferrothorn here. No, the correct play isn't even Ferrothorn. The correct play is KYUREM. Yeah. Tripping. KYUREM covers both. I don't know what the hell I was thinking there. KYUREM covered whether he stayed in or he pivoted to Mandibuzz. And so now at this point, giving up Seismitoad there just opens up Dracovish. I just come in and rend. So because Ferrothorn got the health back, I still want to be wary of Zeraora. Fortunately, well, Life Orb, Zeraora, Body Burn. Yeah, I want to be very careful of Zera. So what I'll do is have Mandibuzz at the utmost of health, so I can take a hit from the Zeraora and then just destroy from there. But at this point, Rotom, Weak Link, V Iron Heads, perfect for us as he tricks. Perfect. So now I have a Zeraora counter. And so, I don't think you'd ever go straight to Zeraora here. Doesn't matter. The play is Ferrothorn. Cover is what Ferrothorn does. Is it covers Mandibuzz, so it doesn't allow him to get rid of the hazards without being punished. I could go to KYUREM here, but the Jirachi will just come in and it'll survive. I could also go to Dracovish. I don't know the roll on Vish. I don't know the roll, bros. And so I'll just patience it out. I don't have to rush anything, especially because he gave me the Scarf. So this is his only thing that can survive. Oh, why are you foul playing, bro? So now we go KYUREM, because he should roost. And Jirachi, because he didn't defog. Jirachi might die here. Might die. It did. 35. Hell no, that shit's alive. It's living. What did he take? Heavy duty boots. Yeah, so he doesn't even take rocks. The technology. We have the technology. But there's no double he can make outside of Togekiss. And so Healing Wishes. I'm gonna Healing Wish Togekiss back. I have 2 Scarfers. Yeah. And so trying to think of the sequence. If I go Rotom, the Ancient Powers, he gets 2 opportunities to do so. He definitely has Air Slash. So what I could do is just Leech Seed here. If he Flamethrowers, Vish sweeps. Leech Seed, yeah. Ferrothorn and Leech Seed prevents a lot of bullshit. because Rotom still outspeeds after Scarf, yeah. And so I need Ancient Power bullshit. And so this basically shuts down. Thorn doesn't need to switch. Sure, I'd like it for Zeraora. But him Ancient Powering there and getting a boost on the turn I switch out would be like catastrophic. And so there's no point in me staying in until he gets an Ancient Power boost here. So since I know he's trying to get that, what I'm gonna do here is just go to my KYUREM, which is the weakest link. If he Ancient Power, he obviously won't knock me out. Okay, luckily no bullshit. And so we just pick up a KO. We've been having some solid games as of late. So Zeraora comes in. I mean, yeah, well, besides being, we can't be like bulking up or anything weird. And so don't see an item. Could be E-Belt. If it's banded, does Dracovish go down from here? What I'll do is just go to Buzzy and foul play. Actually, no, U-turn is a better play. We should just switch out into his own Buzz. At that point, we can just fish his Ren. Dracovish does not speed Zeraora, if you're wondering why. And so, like, basically, because of Rotom's overheat, let me think. If I foul play and he goes Buzz, nah, I don't need to U-turn, because I can just U-turn on his own one man to Buzz. His Stealth Rock, Stealth Rock's being gone doesn't matter. Stealth Rock being gone doesn't matter. And so we can just U-turn out here back to Ferrothorn. And if he CC locks, then let's see. Show him foul play, U-turn. I wonder what the Zeraora is. So U-turn here. Let's just actually foul play here. I should U-turn out into Zera. Don't get why you'd foul play, because you'd anticipate Ferrothorn, right? So maybe you thought Dracovish would be my switch. And so here, you know, we're gonna knock his item off. The way he's playing it, it's probably banded Zeraora. It's probably banded Zeraora. Let's see. His body press here. Knock him out. And if that's the case, then, you know, obviously can't CC lock. And so here could be E-Belt, in which case then I don't have to worry about him with Vish. Bulk up E-Belt. CCs. I missed the Leech Seed. That does nothing though. It might be Scarf. Body press the player. You can put him in overheat range. I'm trying to put it in a situation where I don't miss. I don't have to leave it down to any RNG. And so he's not, which means Vish should take a hit and just destroy him. Or he's like, even Adam and Zeraora outspeeds Vish. There could be player of 2, in which case, you know, Mandibuzz obviously tanks. But as long as we have the, that actually did a ton. Goodbye. Vish, you're so slow, but you're so strong, so it makes sense. You need to be slowed down. So we're gonna end it there. 2 solid games today. Yeah, let me know in the comments and really assess the, like, all the, because I got comments yesterday about the Corviknight, and then, you know, like, I had to explain like why that wasn't the case. But really, like, assess, you know, hacks. And obviously if we gotten the Leech Seed hit, we likely wouldn't have lost that game or not gotten the burn. I don't remember the sequence of the burn. Like, so basically, I think the Iron Head didn't even kill. Well, so what the burn didn't matter, because if we Iron Headed, what we could have done instead was pivoted to Dracovic and had Dracovic break the sub. He couldn't sub again, so giving up Dracovic, we wouldn't have lost Jirachi, and if he tried to protect down, we probably wouldn't have lost Dracovic either. Because basically what my game plan was iron hitting the sub. I thought it would break it, and then pivoting to Dracovic, but since he couldn't get another sub, if I recall correctly, unless he had enough health, I don't think I would have iron hitted if he could sub again. So I would have had Dracovic kill him because Jirachi was more important than Dracovic. Had that healing wish plus trick factor, could trick Pex. It mattered, but I still have to look at the game in a way of like, okay, I got hacks, but even though I got hacks, could I have won otherwise? You know what I'm saying? Because you can't control the hacks, but like it's habitual for players to, because I got hacks, that's why I lost. I'm like, you probably could have won 7 different ways after the hacks, and so sucks, but I don't think there probably were ways, but he got me with the skull. And so we're gonna end it there. As I said, thanks for watching. Join the Academy Discord to get your game up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Oh yeah, read the article in the description. That'll really help you out. Peace.